New York City Marathon. It happens in November, and they just dropped their elite field yesterday. So we're recording this on Wednesday. Our pod goes out on Thursday morning. So we've got a story up now on our site breaking down the elite field. And I just thought it would be fun to kind of nerd out for a quick second because this ties in really nicely to our chats about the Olympic marathons, which we did on two previous emergency instant reaction pods when the games were going on. Surprising names in this elite field, considering the Olympics just happened. I don't know. I guess November is a long ways away, but like, do you guys take a look at this field at all?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It seems like a who's who of people who didn't quite. Well, actually, I shouldn't say that. It's not even a who's who of people who didn't deliver at the Olympics. A part of it is that, but you also have the men's champion Tamarit Tola doubling back in Racing New York. So it's a huge overlap, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I'm a little surprised to see so many names. I don't know if, Michael, you're going to reveal more who are running, but to have so many names from the Olympics. I mean, I feel like they just ran. Maybe I'm a really conservative coach and a conservative competitor, but I would feel a little leery about, giving it my all in the marathon at the Olympics and then a few months later heading to New York. But I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Katelyn, like none of these runners have ever listened to our coaching focused podcasts before, because you would not recommend they do what they're about to do. Although I'm thinking here, like, I guess if you're an American and you ran the U.S. Olympic marathon trials in March in Orlando to qualify for the Olympics, which you had to do, then you ran the Olympics and finished the Olympic marathon just this past couple of weeks in August, and now you're going to triple down and go after New York City. Man, I hope you're getting paid nicely by the New York City Roadrunners to show up and run this race. Because that's 3 marathons in 1 year. That's hard on your body.
That's hard on the body. Totally.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that I agree, but also now that you say that, I feel like I think I know why people are doing this marathon. The Americans, but also athletes of other countries, when you think about it, have spent the whole year either trying to qualify for an Olympic race or race the Olympic marathon. No one's been going for time so much this year because they didn't have the chance. I think this is what's happening. A lot of these athletes are finding themselves in really good shape and are thinking, maybe I have a 201, 202 in my legs if I'm a man, and a 213 or what would Asefa run in the fall if she's fit, or 208? Like, but you know what I mean? This might just be a chance to run a really good time. And so that's what's appealing for them. No one ran quickly at the Olympics. They don't have a 203 or 204 to put on their resume. So maybe this is their shot.
Although New York City Marathon's probably not the greatest place to try that, but other flatter courses in perhaps November. I'm trying to think of something that would go on in November that would fit the bill. Not for an international elite field. All those, like Chicago is in October, Amsterdam's in October. Those are flat, fast courses. Nothing in November. Like Valencia will be stacked. Probably.
Valencia.
So, basically, you could do an inverse. Look at this list, go read our story on our site, and you could basically, like, any name that comes to mind of a super fast runner that is not on this list, probably you'll see them in Valencia, which is in December. And I believe this year has this like massive payday. I think they're throwing down $1 million, if I'm not mistaken, for the winners of the race.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Got to fact check that, but I'm pretty sure they've dangled a legit prize purse that's way higher than anything that's come out before in running. So I feel like I've buried the lead here, but some names that you can see in New York racing. Evans Chibet, who did not run famously, I guess, infamously, was not selected for the Kenyan Olympic team. In retrospect, maybe there's a guy that shouldn't have been selected, and maybe Evans Chibet should have been selected. Hot take. Speaking of DNFs, we'll talk about that down the road in this pod. So Evans Chibet, he's a 203 guy. He's won Boston in the past, and he's racing in New York. Gabriel Guillet, who raced in the Olympics but DNF'd. He is also racing Bashir Abdi, coming off his silver medal. The Belgian runner, he coming off the silver medal in the Paris Games. He's racing Tamarit Tola, our boy, the champ.
The champ.
Mr. Gold Medal. He's bringing his good. I wonder if he's good. This would be the very first question I would ask if I were in New York City, which I will be covering the race. If I'm at the press conference, which I hope to be, I'll ask Tamarit Tola, you got your gold medal in the suitcase? Can we see it? Can you take it out? Can you show it to us?
He should be wearing it around his neck at the press
Oh,
conference.
I feel like you should like be mandated to wear your gold medal for 365. You just like,
Absolutely.
or like the remainder of the year, the Olympic year, you should just where you should wake up, put the gold medal. It's like putting on a watch. You got to put on the gold medal and wear it around.
It's part of every day. Yep.
It's part of the look.
Yep.
So Jeffrey Cameron, who has won New York in the past, he's racing Abdi Nagier from the Netherlands, who also raced in the Olympics and DNF'd racing. And now I'm going to scroll. Oh, and two Americans, Connor Mantz, Clayton Young, 8th and 9th in the Olympic marathon. New York Roadrunners just must have got the checkbook out and been like, let's make you an offer you can't refuse. So you both show up because they're good. They're good for the, I think they're good for American media attention and, who knows what they can do in New York. Good pull by New York Roadrunners to get them in. On the women's side, Sheila Curie. Apologies to Sheila, 217 runner. She didn't run the Olympics. She's coming. Tirunesh Dibaba, one of the goats of distance running. She's now 38. She is coming and running New York. Vivian Chariot. Down the list here, Edna Kiplagat, our queen of the Masters division, Katelyn, our patron saint of 40 plus.
Nice.
She's racing.
Represent.
Eunice Chumba, who raced in the Olympics, came top 10. Hellen Obiri, reigning champion in New York, will be back. As will Des Linden. Sharon Lokedi, who's won New York before. She raced in the Olympics, came in 4th. Wow. So, wow. Dakota Lindworm, she's racing as well. Jess McLean, we talked about her a little bit. She was the alternate. She's also racing New York.
Okay.
Man, I feel like she's got some serious ammo to run well in New York.
She's going to be fired up.
Yeah, that'd be cool to watch. So New York, crazy. Well done. Kudos to New York. You did it. You put together an awesome field. It's going to be super fun to watch. Hopefully the afterglow of the Olympic marathons will shine brightly on the New York City Marathon and Chicago and Berlin as well. We talked about this before the pod. I think we're going to do some instant reaction pods after every single marathon coming up this fall. We'll hit Berlin, Chicago, New York, and do a little chat about what went down in each one of those major marathons.